Hey, Arimath here, and I went and bought For Honor today. It was on sale. I bought the package with the year 3 and all this stuff. The gaming is a platform stuff that's available. Probably won't even touch most of it, but I've seen some videos and it looked cool, and I went and did it. I've seen this game before. I've never played it once. I know it was free at a point in time, I think last year. I passed that up because, well, Ubisoft. Today you're going to see me go straight from tutorial to multiplayer. I plan to get thoroughly destroyed. I pity the first team that I get placed on, but I've heard great stuff about this game. It's challenging, it's got deep strategy, all the stuff that I like. But I've also heard that it's hard and it's cheap. Complaints about light attacks and horrible ping. So we'll see how I do. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. So this is me fighting against the last boss of the tutorial. Getting used to the movement and some of the moves, but know very, very little. I know how to, what the guarding system seems to be, the attack system to some degree seems to be, kind of what your objective is, how to manage stamina. I died a few times to this dude, and I will say the movement didn't throw me as much as I thought it would. I played Dark Souls quite a bit, and Dark Souls has that sort of weighty feel to your movements, and this game has the same. Everything you do, every movement you have feels like you're fighting against weight, against gravity, and oh, I love the executions in this game. That is what really turned me on to it when I saw a couple of those. Reminds me of those really highlight points of Skyrim. Anyhow, I digress, but looks fantastic. Anyhow, the movement is... if you've played Dark Souls, if you've played games that have a sort of weighty feel to your movement, you'll be okay. And this is me finishing the tutorial, and then all of these things that apparently come with the package. I mean, it's almost like 5 minutes of stuff, and you kind of just move through it. All of these map unlocks, all these weapons. I understand this game has, from what I can tell, a lot of cosmetics, a lot of weapons, certainly a lot of characters to choose from, and more coming out. The most recent expansion, I think, had like monks or something, or I think maybe Chinese army faction. There's I think 4 different factions in this game. You get like knights, like medieval knights, crusader types. You get Vikings. You get samurai guys, and then you get monks or Chinese kind of faction. So, you get all these extra things in this game. The whole thing is built around, I believe, a campaign and also a multiplayer that has I would probably call it a PlanetSide 2 sort of feel. It's like a giant map. And to get into multiplayer, you have to prove your worth. So you fight against the leader of your faction. I don't know how hard this person actually is. I know very little. I haven't touched this campaign yet, but I'm using the stuff that I learned from the tutorial and doing okay. Nothing amazing here. I think the hardest thing that I'm grappling with or trying to understand is how to block against certain attacks. And I imagine it's not supposed to be perfect, I'm guessing, because then you wouldn't be able to hit anybody who was really good. But you'll see these like 2 combo attacks that they do. And if you guess the wrong direction, obviously you're not blocking it. But even if you guess the right direction, you still get hit. I don't know what kind of reaction time you need, or if there is even a way to do so that fast. You try to follow the blinking direction that you see there, and if you hit up, then you're going to block that attack. If you don't, then they're going to hit you. So you only have to beat this person a couple times, and they can roll you the other 3 or whatever, and I guess you're done. You're ready for multiplayer. You've proved your worth. Then you're treated to this nice little tutorial, kind of feels like a business presentation, like I'm sitting in a hotel lobby watching a PowerPoint presentation about the multiplayer. And after you get through that, you select which type of match you're going to do, and then you're right into it. And here's me probably selecting the most vanilla Ryu type character I think available. If I am getting any impression, it's the guy you start the tutorial with, so I'm supposing it's probably the easiest one to play as. I don't know any of the abilities really yet. I've seen some icons and some stuff, but I didn't dive too much into that. I wanted to get straight into multiplayer and see how I would do. So apparently we're getting attacked, and we are rushing outside the gates as opposed to, I don't know, trying to drop rocks and oil on them. whatever. At this point, I'm thinking, sweet, NPCs, I get to do maybe a little Titanfall action, or I'll get to kill something and somebody. Immediately get to face off against another player, and another player as well, and alright, going for it, getting handled pretty darn well here. Trying to remember my training, trying to not get messed around by the NPCs, and dying. And here's me coming back for more, and now I'm being a little more cautious. I see this guy, I want a piece. I don't know if this is wet berries, I think so. But now I'm facing off against two of them, wondering where my teammates are. They're probably playing the objective game, I'm guessing. But I'm not really realizing, hey, they're NPCs. I don't think I get to target them, so they can't attack me. I don't think that that's exactly correct, as they did attack me. So here's me trying to isolate somebody, trying to take on somebody one-on-one. We're both low health, and me dying. But I got closer. Now back into the breach. Maybe I'll go look at this objective point, and never mind. Let's go back into where I was, because I want some sweet, sweet revenge against wet berries. Now this is where I start to really get into it, enjoy it. I don't know if I'm hooked yet, but I almost am. There's just something about, you know, attacking them blocking, them attacking you, them blocking it, being an actual contest, and you know, getting somewhere. I really kind of expected, I had low expectations going into this, thinking that I would just get crushed, but I ended up beating this guy. I'm like, okay, you know, I must be learning something. So there's some success there, and then I'm immediately fighting Mace Guy, and I'm Dark Souls in him. I'm rolling away, hopefully getting that backstab. But he's got this mace, and I'm able to stagger him a bit. But I know I'm at low health, and I know I'm on borrowed time, and there it was, totally dead. So running back, now I'm gonna go for that objective and see what happens. I run into two guys standing there, and I know that that's not a good thing. So there's three. So I'm wondering, hey, where are the rest of the players at? Thinking hopefully I'd get some support, but I'm not going to stick around for that. I saw somebody just run behind me, and let's see. I think I'm going to just isolate this guy, so I can maybe just fight one of them. I did, and we're going at it, hacking and slashing. I know that there's probably abilities that I'm not using, but I'm getting crushed by two of them, which seems to be the name of the game. If you can double team somebody, that's the job. So I'm going to be looking for somebody to double team. Here's another one-on-one fight that I get to do, and we're trading blows back and forth. The other guy coming in from the side, me blocking him like a pro, and then backing off, taking that guy. Let me tell you, that was extremely satisfying to see. It's like, okay, I can do something here. And here's Mace Guy, me whiffing like crazy, running up on him. Will I get him? I don't know. Hopefully. There we go, with the guard break, which you need to do, and the execution. So guard breaking, I've in my limited experience, you don't want to do it all the time. It's you're kind of your move locked into it. You want to do it when they're targeted on you and just sitting there. In the tutorial, I did too much and I got whooped on. So yep, use it correctly, but it can be powerful as it gives you some damage. Here's me going up against two guys. This spear person definitely does some damage and wrecks me pretty hard. Oh, I got a friend. Here, me backing off. Let's see if I can take advantage of that. He's got the other guy occupied, and this guy has low life and a samurai sword, and he cannot handle the horizontal slash. And here's me hoping to do some of that double teaming action. This is where I'm getting super greedy. Look at this greed. I have no life, and I get stabbed with a spear by this pro. So there you go.
Your team is breaking.
And our team has just broken. I have no idea what that means, but I'm still going for it anyway, trying to take these people out that are in the point. I have looks like one buddy in there, so it's 2 on 3, but the hopes are not high. This samurai guy is about to go, but I am going to get hit in the back, and my head popped off my body with a mace. And I'm like, well, hey, where's my respawn timer? It says breaking, and that is apparently where I learned or discover that we have been defeated and you can't respawn. So these guys won. They took the game. I will say that, I guess I'm not hooked yet, but this game is a ton of fun so far. I can't wait to get into the campaign and learn more about it and play other characters. Thank you, and take it easy.